In appointment setting, it's important that you are consultative, right? So the key here in appointment setting is that you prepare the prospects for the closer, right? So to that end, you will need to make sure that they are qualified. So in order to do that, you can dig a little bit into their pain in a consultative way, because that's going to make sure that when they show up to the closer, the closer will know that, hey, this prospect has a problem. And also, like, the more you can also prepare them for that, the easier you're going to make the life for the closer. So it's actually quite a powerful thing, right? Because a lot of SDRs or appointment setters, they think that it's just like this kind of like the underdog of like a sales rep. But it's actually quite powerful. Like, I have an agency, and when I hand off my prospects to my clients that use my marketing services, I do appointment setting for them, right? And when I can set the appointment well for them, that's going to make their close a lot easier. And that's why they can have good results with my service. If I weren't good at appointment setting, they would have a lot less closes and they would close a lot of less deals. So I wouldn't consider it less important than closing. Closing is probably a little bit more like, higher level potentially, but that doesn't mean that appointment setting isn't powerful. Now, the other thing in appointment setting is that you need to have a good confirmation process. So this means you want to make sure that when you book the appointments on the schedule of your closer, that they're actually going to show up, right? Because you don't want to waste the time of your closer, and you don't want to book any times in the calendar that you could have used for someone else. So that's why you're going to need to have a good confirmation process to make sure that they show up, or at least that you have a high show-up rate. So in order to do that, you need to listen whenever you book in the appointment for the closer. You need to listen to what they say. Are they serious about it? Then you can book them in. But if you hear in their tonality that there's like a little bit of doubt, or maybe they're a little bit anxious, or maybe they don't fully trust you, you need to double or triple check that. The idea is to always go off your intuition, but especially their tonality, right? So if they feel hesitant, you need to ask it again. And you could even make double checking like a standard process, but especially if they feel hesitant or anxious and you can hear it in their tonality, then you need to check that with them, right? And it's about asking it, but it's also about doing that in a confident and a good way, so that the prospect knows that he's going to be taken care of and that you guys are serious about this, and so on, right? So having a good show-up rate is absolutely important as an appointment setter. And the second thing is then just being able to qualify them as much as possible, because not only is going to that also help your show-up rate, but it's going to make the prospect already give an idea that you guys are experts at this, that you know what you're doing, that you understand their problems. It will make them think about their own situation already, so it kind of prepares them for it. And if you can make them already feel or admit that, yeah, they have a problem, and you can make them feel that on the appointment set, then already they're going to be like, yeah, I need to get this handled. I need to go to this meeting. And the life of your closer is going to be a lot easier as well, right? So how can you do that? Right, it's a consultative process. So you need to be able to listen intently to what your prospect says, right? You need to ask them about their current situation, and then you listen intently when they speak about it. And whenever you hear something about something they want fixed, you can find a way to get them to clarify that. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about why this doesn't feel good right now. Why do you want to change this? Right? What effect does it currently have on your life? And this, of course, depends on what offer you are selling and the person you are selling to, right? Obviously, you want to be calibrated when you say things like that, but you are going to ask questions a little bit along that line, because you want to dig a little bit more about the way they feel about the situation, because that's what's going to make the sale. It's the way they feel about a situation that's going to make the sale, especially if you're doing a B2C offer, which is usually the case when we're doing appointment setting, right? So you need to be able to be consultative. Then the client, if you do that well, the client will be able to trust you more. He'll be able to feel that you're an expert, maybe even that you care about his situation, that you want things to improve, and he's going to feel like, yeah, I really need to do something about this, right? So that is how you're going to do good appointment sets. That's how you're going to prepare them for the closer, and how you're going to make his life easier. You're going to make good commissions, or you're going to have happy clients if you're a marketing agency. So I hope this video was helpful. Keep dialing. See you guys next time.